Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. What's up, guys? I'm Flame, and in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you 5 basic tips and tricks you need to become a great shotgun player in COD Mobile. In other words, a shot god. Stick around. The shotgun is a very powerful weapon in Call of Duty Mobile. In the hands of a skilled player, this instantly becomes the best aggressive weapon with its one-shot capability in close-range gunfights. If you've been watching the Garena COD Mobile Pro scene, you'll notice that every team would have at least 1 or 2 shotgun players. The likes of D-Mors from CKG Anarchy, Jay-Z from NRX 2911, and Clove from Dunya Games are the best examples of how undeniably powerful the shotgun is in multiplayer. Also, notice how these great players are only using the KRM 262 shotgun. The KRM is undeniably the best shotgun right now in Season 3 after the BY-15 received the nerf to its damage range a couple of seasons ago. You'll get more hit markers now more than ever. Trust me. As for the other shotguns, it either shoots too slow or don't have the consistency that the KRM gives you. In this video, I'll be focusing on the KRM and using it in my examples. The KRM is definitely meta. So let's hop right into it. I'll show you how to develop these skills so that you become a shot god in no time. The first and most important tip to become a great shotgun player is you need to focus on your aiming. While the shotgun has the ability to one-shot opponents close range, missing your first shot comes at a heavy price. You give up your one-shot, one-kill advantage to your opponent, and it takes so much longer for you to get another shot compared to an automatic rifle such as an SMG or an AR. So aim is essential in maximizing your advantage. Focus on getting that one shot. I'm going to deep dive into aiming by breaking this down into 6 topics. Crosshair placement. You have to ensure that your crosshair is placed right at the center of your screen. You're not looking up, not looking down when you're moving. This gives you the ability to react faster to opponents. Especially when approaching a corner, it's best that you have your crosshair aligned at the center. So when an opponent appears, you can shoot them right away. This is called pre-aiming. Pre-aiming basically is putting your line of sight or crosshair where an opponent is most likely going to be. By placing your crosshair at the center or pre-aiming corners, you have a better reaction time in shooting your opponents because you either swipe less or you can shoot them instantly since you're pre-aimed. This is not only applicable for shotguns but to all guns as well. Crosshair placement and alignment is essential in any FPS game. Aim low. While aiming at the center is crucial for a better reaction time, for shotguns, there's a slight adjustment. My tip for you is to aim slightly a little bit lower than with other gun types. Aiming for the lower torso to crotch area is best when using the shotgun. Based from experience and testing, aiming slightly lower gives you less hit markers than having it placed in the absolute center. Putting a center dot. By placing a small button or icon at the center of your screen that you don't use in-game helps your aim because you can now quickly identify where the center is. This is especially useful for shotgun users since you will hipfire a lot. To do this, just go into your custom HUD settings and put a button of your choice at the center. For me, it's the auto sprint button. You can resize it to your liking. Now that you have that all set, let's go into more advanced aiming tips for you to practice. Practice aiming at a moving target in training mode. By practicing this, you will develop your accuracy and muscle memory at tracking your opponents. The key here is to make the outer crosshair of your shotgun red most of the time. This will tell you that you're locked into your target. Now try to put in movement into this as well. Try moving side to side while the target is moving and still maintaining your aim and locking onto it. The next element you want to insert is jumping. Again, try moving and jumping side to side while the target is moving and still locking onto it. If you work on this, you'll be surprised how much accurate your aim will be in-game, especially when you've mastered moving and jumping while still locking into your targets. You will be harder to kill. Practice flick shots. Your opponents wouldn't always be at the center of your screen, so you have to develop a skill to lock into an opponent suddenly appearing on the left or the right of your screen as quickly as possible. This is where flick shots come in handy. First, try to go into training mode and master how to do a flick shot. Over time, you will develop muscle memory on how to snap your aim onto a target as quickly as possible. Go into training mode and see these 4 boxes right there. Aim at the center and then as quickly as possible, try to lock and fire onto any of the 4 boxes. Once you get the hang of it, try to incorporate movement as well. What you want to do is to try to move forward, backward, and then side to side while aiming at one box and then flicking on another box on the other side. By practicing this, you will develop a skill to react faster and have good aim while moving. Since you're using a shotgun, you will be sprinting most of the time. So your enemies will suddenly appear on your screen and you just have to be ready to just flick your shot onto them. ADS. While shotgun gameplay is mostly close range and hip firing, there are some gunfights that you need to ADS with the shotgun. If you didn't know, the shotgun's bullet spread is different when you're ADS and when you're hip firing. You get a tighter bullet spread when ADS, as you can see on your screen. This is to maximize your one-shot ability and lessen hit marker instances. Now that we've talked about aiming, let's talk about other tips to help you become the best shotgun player. But before we do that, if you find this content helpful, appreciate if you gave it a like rating and do subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Call of Duty mobile content moving forward. Hit on that bell notification as well so that you get notified every time I post a video. The second tip we're gonna talk about is, when using the shotgun, it's important to jump and then shoot your shot. Since Gunsmith was released, they have added the element of sprint to fire speed. This means that there will be a delay when you wanna shoot at your opponents if you're coming from a full sprint. What you want to do is to jump and then shoot your shot if you're coming from a full sprint. This will help eliminate the factor of sprint to fire delay. Additionally, jumping side to side while shooting your shot makes you an even harder target since you're constantly moving. The third tip I'll be sharing with you is, movement matters. While aim is king when using the shotgun, it's important to understand that no aim, no matter how great, is perfect. This means that you will miss some shots and get hit markers because that's just the way life is. And when you miss your shots, we've learned that you lose your advantage. However, that's not the end of the road for you. With great movement after missing one shot, you can still take back your advantage. A basic tip is, after shooting your shot, jump or slide to the left or to the right side of your enemy. This makes you a hard target to hit since you've upped your speed towards the flank side of your opponent. Your enemy would have to drag their crosshairs to the far left or to the far right of their screen. To sum this up, when using the shotgun and you miss your shot, never stay in front of your target. The fourth tip I'll be sharing with you is, sensitivity matters. In general, finding your perfect sensitivity allows you to aim better when using the shotgun. It's important to understand that this would vary from person to person since we play in different devices, have different finger length, and varying level of experience. I suggest that you try to search for how-to videos on finding your sensitivity settings in COD Mobile, since there's a lot of resources out there. For me, these are my sensitivity settings as you can see on your screen. I use speed acceleration since it makes my sensitivity faster depending on how fast I drag it in my screen. The fifth and final tip to becoming a great shotgun player is, learn how to pick your fights. Having an awareness that your range is limited as a shotgun user is gold. This means you should avoid picking fights against opponents who are at range or farther away from you. More importantly, avoid picking a fight against opponents who are already well positioned, like a sniper who's pre-aimed and far away, or an AR player sitting in a head glitch. If a player is situated in a head glitch or well positioned, try to use smoke grenades so that you can advance closer to the enemy's position. Using a smoke grenade is so underrated in this game but can work to your advantage as a shotgun player. This allows you to use temporary cover in closing the gap between you and your opponent. So there you have it, guys. Focus on your aim, jump shooting, movement, sensitivity, and learning how to pick fights are the 5 major keys in order for you to become the best shotgun player in COD Mobile. The key here is to practice these 5 tips consistently, and you'll be surprised on how much you'll improve your shotgun gameplay. If you found this content helpful, appreciate if you gave it a like rating and do subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of these tips moving forward. Once again, I'm Flame, and I'm here to help you in your COD Mobile journey. See you on the next one.